Hello, I'm here today with Judith Ford and Robbin Kelley of the South Harwich Meetinghouse. And they're here to tell us a little bit about what's going on there, an update and some very exciting developments.
Thank you, Dinah. So on April 24th at the South Harwich Meetinghouse, we will be having a historic preservation workshop, which is a stone cleaning workshop, and we are looking for volunteers, hopefully that can come out and help us. It's going to be under the direction of Jonathan, our pal, who is a conservation specialist, and he is going to teach the proper techniques on how to clean stones and how to get rid of the staining on the stones and how to reset monuments that have tipped over or that are listing. And the workshop is from 9:30 in the morning until 3:30 in the afternoon. You don't have to stay for the whole time, but it would be great if they could stay.
And what is that date again?
It is April 24th, which is
April 24th.
It's a Tuesday.
Okay,
We
great.
do have a tentative rain date of the Saturday after, but I think we should be all set, hopefully. We'll pray for clear weather.
It'll be beautiful weather by then. We can count on it.
So
Okay.
we are so excited because the South Harwich Meetinghouse will be opening shortly with our grand opening coming on this St. Patrick's Day weekend. We're having benefit concerts, and Judy would like to give us a little bit more information about that.
That's great. And Judith, you're the president of
I'm the
the
president
organization,
of the
aren't you?
Friends of the South Harwich Meetinghouse Incorporated.
Great.
And actually the general contractor as well and project manager, so it's been a seriously busy time.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
actually for the last going on 13 years, but especially the last month and a half.
Wow. You
but
wear a lot of hats.
We were very fortunate that getting ready for our opening, getting close to it, the Chatham Chorale volunteered to do a benefit concert for us. They've decided to do a benefit concert, I believe, once a year for a charitable organization, and we're actually the first. So it's really exciting for us, and they're going to be coming and doing their very popular Celtic concert. Our poster there shows that basically the building, about a year ago, I guess, before we did some of the work on the front. But they're going to be coming on March 17th for concerts on 2 o'clock. And 5 o'clock on Saturday the 17th, and 2 o'clock and 5 o'clock on Sunday the 18th. And it's their extremely popular Celtic concert, and we wanted to talk about it because it becomes very sold out. So we're hoping people get tickets early because the Meetinghouse is just absolutely fantastic. And I think the town is going to be so stunned when they see it for the first time.
It's so beautiful from the outside, and I think it'll be very exciting to get in there and take a look at what you've all done.
The picture you have showing there now, I took at daybreak one day when a contractor was coming, and we happened to have 2 seagulls on the roof, so I thought that was kind of very appropriate for a old Cape Cod meeting house. The meeting house is 1836. It was built by fishermen and shippers who used to ship off down at the end of Depot Road at that wharf, and so all of that history comes into the building. We have a picture of Lars Mikkelsen, who is our decorative painter. He is a phenomenal grain painter, and almost the entire interior of that meeting house has been touched by him in some way or the other. Almost the entire main floor has been grain painted, and that is a balcony facade that he built and actually grain painted the entire thing to match the rest of the building. That's our historic chandelier. That it was made in 1887, came to the meeting house later than the meeting house, about 50 years after the meeting house was built. And it's a phenomenal brass Bradley and Hubbard chandelier. And it had originally glass fonts on oil fonts, actually with glass shades. And unfortunately, the window you see to the right there was smashed in by vandals years ago before we took over the project, and they basically vandalized the entire interior of the meeting house. And that chandelier was just bashed and broken, and we lost all the shades but one that still remains. And it was totally restored off Cape at a place called Yankee Craftsman, who does all historic lighting. And they did a beautiful job and brought it back and put it up on site. This picture shows one of our windows with the snow outside, and you can see our stencil to the left. When we took over the building, it was all painted. Everything was gray and weird colors in there that were not appropriate to the age of the building. And our preservation consultant, Sarah Chase, who lives in Lexington, is very well known over the entire country. She actually did studies, and I took her pieces of plasterboard that were cut out the 11th hour when we were going to gut the building. And she took them and they did rub downs and they found all the original stencils and original colors to the building. So what you see there, the green and the brown stencil with the Cajun red flowers, were very original to the building. So
That's beautiful. Really, really beautiful. Yeah.
in this picture, this is Dick Gomes and Charlene. Dick Gomes and Charlene. And they have been working on those beautiful cushions that you see there. They've been restoring ones that we had and recreating ones that we didn't. And in total, they have the row that they're standing in is finished. The other 3 are in process right now to be done by March 17th. And in total, they equal almost 1,800 buttons before they get it all done. And they're just doing a spectacular job with old style sewing and stitching.
How many people does the meeting house seat?
It seats about 2 to 250. We're allowed to have as many as 39 in a balcony. And comfortably, we've been trying to determine, since we haven't opened yet, how many people are going to fit in those pews. It's somewhere between 4 and 5. So it'll be somewhere between 2 and 250. This picture is of very interesting newel posts. We didn't want to go to a regular store and a lumber yard and get a newel post for this historic building that just would never have looked right. So these posts, I found originals in a salvage yard in southern New Hampshire that were very appropriate to the building. And we took them to the woodsmiths up in Barnstable, Falmouth actually. And they actually made us big lengths of mahogany in the right dimensions. And we brought them back. A wonderful man, Bob McNulty in Harwich, has a lathe in his house, in his garage or his basement. And he actually turned all those posts to match those original old ones. And then our decorative painter, who you saw before, completely restored them. And when you see the stairway now, this picture will mean a lot. It was very important that the stairway connected our historic building upstairs with the downstairs that had never been there before. So we leaned toward turn of the century in the lower level, but it's a wonderful transition that looks like it's been there for as long as the meeting house.
So many decisions and so many people involved.
Definitely.
And so much work. It's so exciting.
It's been a great combination with Robbin and I, with her with the cemetery department and also on our board for the meeting house. We've been able to work together with what she knows is on the National Register cemetery and a National Register recognized building.
Right.
So, but huge, proud day, I think, for the town of Harwich to pull those together.
So
absolutely, a marvelous collaboration.
The basement of the building also has a kitchen in it, and it has another performance area, which is backlit with a beautiful stained glass window that was donated by
Thad File Jr.
From
Harwich, and he passed away. Well, actually, his children had both passed away, and he donated in memory of two of his children that were killed in unfortunate accidents. And his wife passed away. I'd never actually met him until his wife passed away, and then I met him, and he was dying to see the building finished, but unfortunately he passed away as well. But he made beautiful stained glass. And they left us a bequest, which really helped us get the building done. And the stained glass is going to be prominent on our small, lower level reception stage.
I see. And you're saying it's a little performance area as well?
Yes. And we do have an elevator that connects the main floor with the basement.
Oh, good. So it's handicapped accessible.
Yes.
Fully. The rails just went in the last 2 days.
Excellent.
On the outside.
Yeah. It's a very exciting thing.
Sounds like
So it's
you've
a
thought of
beautiful
everything.
We did, and it's a beautiful reception area. And we have a grand piano moving in on this coming Saturday, and we were donated a wonderful pipe organ by the Stephen Simon, who used to do the Simon Sinfonietas on Cape Cod. He brought it with him from Washington, from the Kennedy Center. And it was actually given to the Falmouth Academy, and they had it for quite a period of time, and then they were going to take the building down and hadn't a use for it anymore, and they donated it to us.
So which floor will those things go on, the piano and the organ?
The grand piano will go on the main floor, on the right side, and the pipe organ is played for the first time 2 days ago, is all set up on the left-hand side. It's beautiful. It's not huge, it's just right size for the building, and we're going to have a grand piano that was donated by Mary Ann Dennison is going to be on the lower level for that performance stage.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, it'll be a full-service operation there, it sounds like, and I'm sure you'll be wanting to have lots and lots of people use it.
Definitely. Well, the idea when we originally started was the building would be always going to be cultural arts and education, and very importantly, community use. So people in the Cape Cod area will be able to come down and rent the space to have a concert or an event or a special educational event, or bring in schools, children, or the town will use it. So it actually is very, very flexible in its use, and we wanted that for the people
Yeah.
of Harwich to be able to really enjoy it.
And you have 2 different performance spaces, which
We
really
do.
makes it flexible
Yes.
Yes.
for lots of different types of
And a
grouping.
smaller venue downstairs,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
We actually had some requests from people whose parents had been married in the South Harwich Meetinghouse, so that they would want to,
Really?
they also would like to continue the tradition of, there was many generations of people who were actually married there, so they could have a small wedding with the reception right in the same building.
That sounds great. How long ago was it actually active?
I think the town owned it for about 13 years before we got involved with it in 2004. I think the town leased it out or let a small church use it at some point in the 90s at some point, and it hasn't been since then.
I see.
It had been pretty much abandoned at that
Right.
point, all that time.
Yeah. Well, it's a beautiful restoration. I live near there, and so I go by there all the time. And I've watched with excitement all of the changes from the outside.
So
but
you
I
saw
can't-
it when it was up in the air, did you?
Oh, yes, I did. I did.
One of our better photos, I think.
Yeah, I would love to be able to see the inside very soon. I think I
Well,
will.
we're really excited about the opening, and I just wanted to mention too that in those 4 concerts, we're going to do some very special things on the on the Saturday 5 o'clock one, the later Saturday concert. We're going to do a lot of recognition at that point for a lot of people that have been involved. So that's kind of like a very fun one to come into if you're involved with the town, especially.
And the way to get tickets for those performances is
You
through
go
the
on
Chatham Corral?
The Chatham Corral. You can either go on their website, which is chathamcorral.org/tickets, or you can go to their box office number, which is, do I have that on here? Is that on there? I don't know if I have that number. Oh, I do on the poster. It must be on the poster. Yes. The box office number is 774-212-9333.
212-9333.
Yes.
Okay, great. All right. Well, that sounds fabulous. And also we have to think about the cemetery cleaning coming up shortly after that,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And so it sounds like you've got a lot still to go, and, and we'll look forward to welcoming the public very soon. Thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you for having
us.
us.
Yep.
We look forward to seeing you at the South Harwich Meetinghouse.
Thank you.